Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Sorry about this video being late today. The dev came out pretty late in the day, my time, and there were some bugs, so I do apologize about the delay, but this is the dev. This is not live. This is dev server 1.75 La Resistance. A lot of new stuff. Some new aircraft, or new aircraft and tanks for other nations, but the thing that we're all looking forward to is the new addition of the French ground forces. What we're going to be doing is that we're going to be going through all of the new French tanks, and then we'll touch on some of the other new vehicles from other nations. Okay, without further ado, so the AMC-34YR 1.0 reserve tank with a 47 millimeter, which has 46 millimeters at 46 millimeters of penetration at 90 degrees at 10 meters, which is substantial for 1.0. Let's check its armor out. That is that's really not a bad 1.0. Okay, the H-35. Sorry about that. I had to restart my computer. Anyway, so the 37 millimeter SA-18. Let's see this. What the? It has APCR with 36 millimeters of penetration. This will just be able to go through the upper, I guess, or the upper armor of the Panzer IIH. 28 millimeters. This 37 millimeter almost has less penetration than a 50 cal. Yes. Now on to the FCM 36. We'll just go. Oh, I can't do preview. There we go. Oh my gosh. What is this monstrosity? It's got some really nice angles. Holy sh! What is this? 40 millimeters at 1.0? This is 80. This is 109 millimeters of armor right here. This 1.0 has a better armor profile than a Tiger. Now, granted, the Tiger has more millimeters, not slope, but this is as effective as the Tiger's plate. 44. Does it have it has a gun shield? 30 millimeters right here. Plus or 20 millimeters plus another 40. That's 60 millimeters of armor. What is this? What's this roof for? I guess it's just for the commander to be able to see things easier. 7.5 millimeter Mach 31 secondary. 37 millimeter. It should have the same performance as the ladder. These tanks are going to be fun. These are going to be low tier brawlers because at far range you can't do anything with this gun. You got to be up close and personal, and your armor complements that up close and personal play style. Only 20 millimeters on the side, but as you can see, if we angle this right about here, that gives us about 60-70 millimeters of armor. And then our front is amplified a little bit. Some parts are more penetrable than the other, but as you can see, these are going to be very, very hard to pen. Okay, next up we have a Hellcat at 1.0. This is just a placeholder. AMR 35 ZT3. Ooh, what? 25 millimeter gun. Holy cow. A 25 millimeter gun that penetration is 50 millimeters. How long is this 20 millimeter? Holy petunias. Now, is it single shot or it's auto loading? Or is it like a 25 millimeter aircraft cannon? Okay, here we go. Yep. Look how small it is. That's such a slow reload for a 25 millimeter. Oh my God, it's going to be whack-a-mole with this thing. It has no well, it does have some shrapnel. Let's see how long it takes us to kill this. Why am I so zoomed out of this thing? Okay, isn't this weird? Maybe this tank's just so small. I don't know. I feel like I'm 80 meters away from this tank right now. Okay, let's zoom back in. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, well, there goes. Huh. Okay, maybe if you're a good shot, the 25 millimeter will do well for you. The AMR 35 ZT. Is it a two-man crew? Yeah, 2-man crew, very easy to kill. The armor value is super, super duper weak. Geez, almost 7.62 will be able to penetrate the top of this. 1.0. Now that should do it with the reserves. Now we're on to... Okay, this is just a premium version of... Huh, actually, no, this is new. A 75 millimeter cannon. It kind of looks like it's based off the H-35. It's a pretty good armor. 1.3. That's a 75 millimeter cannon. It looks like a... Is that 75? Am I missing? Okay, anyways, modifications. Oh, okay, it's just some dev server typos. 37 millimeter, 47 millimeters of penetration with this. Now 1.3, that's the one that we just reviewed. 37 millimeter. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. The other one's just premium. It has like a nice designation, I guess. The R39. This is a 1.3. It kind of looks like it's based... You know what? Where's our Renault? You know, like, come on, War Thunder. Yeah, this one's got the back skirt of the Renault, which helped it get over trenches. 75 millimeter. I'm assuming that it's a 37 millimeter. Some really good armor for low tier. I got to give the Frenchies that. ACM 35 ACG.1 2.0. This one looks like an alien tank. Not the best armor for 2.0. 47 millimeter gun and then a 7.5 millimeter secondary machine gun with a max pen of 69. That's looking good right there. 69 millimeters of penetration at 10 meters, at 9 degrees, 10 meters. Now we're getting into some of the more iconic French tanks. S-35. What is, look at all the storage on the side. Pretty good for heat defense. Holy crap. 40 millimeter sides. 35 millimeter front. Love how the sides are reinforced more than the front of the tank. Probably because, well, this is 40 millimeters straight up, and this kind of equates to 40 millimeters sloped. Oh man, that is kind of scary right there. A very devastating trend that we're going to see with these new French tanks is that majority of them are going to only have solid shot. Now, this is the B1 BIS 2.3. Oh, yeah, that's looking nice. That is looking really nice. How many crew members? Huh. Only 4. I would assume there'd be a lot. There's a lot of space. So it looks like there's a catwalk down this side of the tank. Very easy to kill if you're able to go through the side armor. 62 millimeters. I cannot wait to play these things on Laura's account. When the patch is released, I'll be streaming all the time if I can. My family's coming down for Christmas, but who the flip cares about that? 60 millimeters of frontal armor at 2.3. Very nice turret. Very nice turret. And there's 2... Yeah, that's the thing with like the French tank design is that they have very small turrets, and usually there's only one person up there. So turret shots, well, I mean, to get rid of the gun, yeah, shoot the turret, but you're not going to be able to kill all the crew all the time. Some of the explosive mass won't be able to make it down here. So the tank will have better survivability than most tanks with 2 or 3 crew members in the turret or around the turret. 75 millimeter whole gun, 57 millimeters penetration, 69 right here. You know what? I gotta test this one out a little bit. Listen to that sound effect. The track's getting grabbed. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go for... Now, what is my secondary button set to? I don't have it set right now. You know what? We're gonna do that real quick though. Oh my gosh, look at those exposed tracks. I love that about early tank design. Okay, now see how accurate we can be. There is absolutely no traverse with this whole gun. I think we're on a good line here. Okay. There we go. Look at that explosive mass. Now reverse gears. Hey guys, only -3. Bad memes, bad memes. Now a very nice anti-air for 3.0. This is a CCKW353AA, which looking at it right now is just the most disgusting, awesome looking vehicle I've ever seen in my life. Look at how big this 40mm Bofors is compared to the vehicle. And if this is the right Bofors, this is going to have almost 70, oh my gosh, 76mm autocannon at 3.0. Oh man. How much suppression? -6, so it can be used behind hills or structures. Crew's going to be, oh my god, look at this. Look at the French. Look at their helmets. How awesome is that? The SAU-40, which is just disgusting. Look at this. Look, what? Look at this. They built a whole, is that a turreted 7.5mm machine gun? I mean, like back in the day, I was like, yeah, you know, what if someone's behind us? We're going to need a machine gun to go back there and remove the infantry. But this is a 75mm. Look at how much steel encases the barrel right there. And, you know, this could have an APHE round yet. There it is. 73mm of penetration at 2.7. Not that bad. At the same time, it's going to be really annoying facing T-34s in this. So this is the B1 turret. It looks like it's covered its tracks. They're not that exposed anymore. Same armament, 47mm, 75mm gun, but much more armor. I think it's 10mm more of armor in the front for the same BR. Jeez, look at that side scrape right there. So easy to side scrape this thing. This turns into 100mm. This thing's gonna be so hard to kill at a 2.3. Now just for comparison, this is the BIS. 60, right? Yeah, it's a little bit more armor. A little bit more armor. This one's still good as well, but these things are gonna be so hard to kill at low, or at that BR. M4a1, we know what that's about. M10 GMC, we know what that's about. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty of the oscillating turrets that the French have. Now this is a battle rating 3.3 AMX-13. How is this 3.3? Oh, this one looks like a super early version. Does it have an autoloader? No autoloader. But a 75mm gun with -6 gun depression on an AMX-13 chassis that has 60 kilometers an hour of top speed. Now, I'm going to fully upgrade one soon. We're just not going to do this one right here. Now, this is the M4a4 Si Sherman, which has a, jeez, man, that thing looks beefy. Is this the Super Sherman? I felt like the Super Sherman had like a 90mm, but look at that muzzle brake. This gun's got to be pushing 150mm of penetration. Oh, 168 for 4.7. And now they have a ballistic cap one, so there's a capped that goes 191, so more aerodynamic, I guess. Now the armor is a crappy Sherman hull. I mean, it's just a Sherman, you know. Very, very easy to kill these things when you shoot the hull, if you're at 4.7 or 5.7. Now the mantlet's looking kind of interesting, but unfortunately, there's no spall shields or armor that cuts down through the turret. So what you see is what you get. 76mm of armor is your turret armor. There's none that goes down. So if you're able to penetrate this, then you penetrate the whole turret. Look at that freaking gun. Good gosh. Now, the nice thing about this turret is that it's pretty slopey. So if you don't hit spot on, that 63 turns into 94mm of armor very, very quickly, plus the chance of bouncing. Probably one of the strongest Sherman guns in the game. Now we have the M4a4. Yeah, the jumbo. Oh boy. It's, yeah, these guys, I'm saving those for last. Now on to the staple of French light tanks, the AMX-13. Now, we did check this one out. This is kind of like a really early version of the AMX-13 3.3. This one is the one we all know, the AMX-13 6.0. Good gosh. Now this one we are going to fully upgrade just so we can feel the mobility and the top speed that this thing has to offer. At 6.0, majority of vehicles are going to be able to go through wherever they want to. Now, I would not recommend shooting this, even though your shell will probably overmatch it or will overmatch it and will go through it. There's just that 67 degrees of constructional armor slope. That's a pretty high chance for bounce. If you shoot turret, you only get 42 to 25 degrees. X-Rain, here is the autoloader. Here's the 6 shooters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 drums, and we have reload for another clip. Here we go with the test drive. First things first, let's test fire. Nice shrapnel on that solid shot. And we're ready to shoot again. So we can do 12 of these before we have to long reload, which is going to be amazing. It really is going to bring a whole new meta into War Thunder, and I'm really interested to see how a lot of the player base will be able to counter or learn how to counter these guys. Because if they're able to get behind enemy lines, oh god, they could ruin so many tankers' games so quickly. Now, one downside to the oscillating turret is that it does not like to balance or lay efficiently when you come to a stop. So a really long time for it to reload or for it to lay. And that's just because the turret is hinged on 2 hinges that allow it to go up and down while moving the whole entire turret. AMX 1390 that now has a 90mm gun instead of a 75. Much, much bigger. Good God, how do they fit that thing in there? It's the oscillating turret design. 15.5 tons. Thing's massive. 90mm gun at 7.0 though. Ooh. We got heat though, boys. AMX 13 hot. That, yeah, it's what it is. It's got hot missiles. Hot missiles. 9.0, and those hots will do 800mm of penetration. Only 6 rockets. They're all preloaded, it looks like. I don't think you can reload them. Yeah, as you can see here, we can reload the gun. 75mm. Now, does the 75mm have anything but... No. It's only got solid shot. So that 7.0 has the heat for the 90mm. This one only has the solid shot, but it's backed up with the hot missiles that have 800mm of penetration. Okay, now these 4 right here I'm looking forward to the most. So we have the Lorraine 40T. And this one's very iconic throughout the, I guess, war game community. Pike nose, 100mm autoloader. Now this one, actually, hang on. I think this one's an autoloader. It looks like maybe it's a 3 clip. Now the armor on this thing is pretty much nothing for a 6.7. Very easy to penetrate this. Now, as you can see here. Okay, hang on. Actually, we're getting a little in depth here. 25mm plus 30, so 50mm shooting this part. Lower glacis, 35mm slope. That's a pretty... That's a nice way to turn 30mm into almost 100mm of armor. And the ammo is just solid shot, but very high penetration for 6.3, superseding the long 88. But the crazy thing is, this is a long 100mm, and it only supersedes it by a little bit. Now let's go ahead and test this thing out. One plus compared to the AMX 13s, this one has more gun depression because its turret is highlighted or elevated a little bit more. Look at that GPU on the back. Depression. Good golly, dude. Okay, it's a 7 clip. I don't know where they load the 7 rounds. I have a feeling that the ammo in the turret goes into the holding and gets slammed into the breech, and then the loader just keeps filling that back up. Oh, wow. That sounds nice. I feel like that sound's gonna, like, give me, like, a false sense of efficiency. because that sound has the Tiger 2 sound, which pretty much when you shoot it, the enemies are dead. Now, as you can see, the solid shot does really nice at penetrating the enemies. Oh, Jesus. That was just a really, really nice shot on this guy. Maybe if we just hit ammo perfectly. Huh, okay. Yeah, when it touches ammo, it does fine. You just gotta be a good shot. Bad shot right there. And now, here comes the clip reload. So we just shot 7 shots. And now, it's reloading 7 more. So now we just kind of disengage right now. Woo! Nice! 23! Beautiful reverse speed. Which is going to make this thing really nice for peeking, getting 2 or 3 shots, then getting back into cover. And yes, the jokes are now being commented down below. But now we are... I'm so excited for French tanks. Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay. And finally reloaded. Not that bad of a downtime compared to something like the Chiri that only has like 2 shots now. There's still 1 more on this medium tank line to check out. Sorry, wrong button there, guys. Apologies. 1972s at a battle rating of 7.7. 105mm gun. It's got a 20mm secondary. And then a 7.62. Is this it right here? Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at the feed. A 7.62 commander gun. And look, it even comes with FPE. Armor on this thing for 7.7. Let's check it out. Holy shit. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. It will be able to bounce some Russian APHE. Not all the time, but it will have the chance to. Now the gun. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it doesn't even have a heat fin stabilize. That's scary. No wonder it's 7.7. Now, will it have a stabilizer? That is the question. Oh, no. No stabilizer. 20mm engaging. Very nice for taking out light targets. That's kind of a hard round to aim. That was just a poor shot right there. Decent reload for 105. I want to see. Ooh, hey, look at this. Very, very nice. Let's see post pen on this thing. We're too close to the Gepard getting killed. This should be the kill shot. Beautiful. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this this tank. We don't there's no top tier French tank yet, which is interesting. Maybe it might be presented to us when the patch is released, but still a competent 7.7 battle rating tank. And now on to the French tank destroyers, which are arguably the sexiest tank destroyers in the world. We'll start off with the CA Lorraine. 6.0. Just clean. Just a very nice, clean look. Not too much armor, though. Only 50mm, but a nice slope. Things will be able to go through this at 6.0. 100mm gun. It's only going to be a solid shotgun. Good mobility, though, it looks like. 600! You know what? I'm gonna research this. We have 600 horsepower at 3,000 RPMs for 25 tons. This thing has to be able to get around the map super quick. Oh boy. I mean, it's pretty much like a Lorraine engine, right? In chassis? Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, this is going to be an early game tank. Just rush a point and just sit there. Now, the AMX 50 Bosch. Good riddance. This one's got good top speed as well. This thing is carrying 58 tons. Its max speed is 50 kilometers an hour. Its armor is unreal. Dude, heat's not going to be able to go through this. The typical American 320 millimeter heat will not be able to go through this. And I don't think, you know how in like, in what? This is like where everyone shoots the thing because it does damage. You might take out the commander, but then that's it. It looks very hard. Oh, look at that optic though, dog. The optic's going to eat everything. I don't see a big chance for a, no, there is a chance for a cupola shot here. It's got to go through this commander's head and then hit this optic and bounce down into this ammo. But let's check its armor out. That's challenging, guys. Really, really challenging. This one's easier. Ooh, it's got a 15 millimeter secondary. Chances for cupola shots, but I don't think it will be that effective. Lower glacis on this thing is strong as well. Heat might be able to go through this, but if you hold down, this upper plate's just gonna, look at that. Look how much armor is right there. Holy cow. Now, side of it, anything can kill it. Top of it, good. It has 50 caliber protection-ish. The engine room does not. The command, or the, where the crew sits does. Okay, gun, 120 millimeter, 303 millimeters of penetration. Then these two, we have the Sherman that has the AMX turret on it. 6 degrees of gun depression. I wish I had a little bit more. Gosh darn it. So a little bit higher, you know? And then the SS-11, which has the 4 WASD guided missiles. So guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. Comments below. Let me know what vehicle you guys want me to take out first. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.